range. Okay. Everyone, right? Yeah. So where are we, guys? What are we discussing in the last class? You're still in the for loop itself. You have solved all the programs. What are the programs we are still pending with? I think numbers, as I said, you like things which are related to while loop, we are still pending with. Okay, today let us start with the while loop. I think break and continue also the ones which we have started. We have already seen that, right? So hope everyone is so clear up to there. For loop, any looping control structure you can work on now. Any looping control structure. Any task which is related to the for loop, you can make it out. Everyone, super strong. Very nice. Okay, so let us have a look on this while loop control structure, guys. We started our class in Feb. Feb what date? Not 14th? Okay, 15th we started. It's already been March and we are into April. We are still in JavaScript. Going very slow, right? I need to increase the speed, right? You know, like I'm going this much of slow, still people say that I'm going fast. This is okay, right? Anyone say speed? No, right? Yes. Who is that? Yes. No, you can say still, but not publicly. Later we'll discuss. Okay. So the next looping control structure, what we have is while loop control structure. So as we know, whatever the looping control structure we go, every looping control structure main intention is take some set of instructions, execute it more than once. Okay. If you want to execute it for more than once, we simply go with the looping control structure. Now we have already seen this. What happened to my tab? We already seen this for loop control structure. So how the syntax of the for loop is going? Syntax for. Okay, so what we used to do, this is how it is going to look like. For loop is going to taking how many statements? 3 statements. Every statement is separated with semicolon. So what is the very first one? Initialization, condition check, increment or decrement. So this is what we used to give. Okay, so for loop, which is going with the initialization, condition check, increment and all, and how the execution flow is going to happen, it is going to have some set of instructions. Whenever it is going to go inside the for loop, initialization happens how many number of times? Only one time. Okay, condition check, many number of times. Incrementation, decrementation, many number of times based on the condition again. Okay, so the very first thing happens is the initialization. Later it is going to check the condition. If the condition is true, I will go inside. Once I'm closing this brace, once I'm reaching the end of this, I will again go with the increment or decrement. This is what happens in case of your for loop. Now the same guy, another looping control structure, what we have is syntax for while. So how the while is going to work here? The while is going to have like this, while open and close braces, something like this. So in case of while, we are not going to have 3 statements, only the one statement, which is going to be condition check. Okay, while is one of the predefined keyword. Within the open and closed braces, we are going to specify what is the condition which need to be given. Is it not almost like an if condition? Yes, right? In case of your if, what we have done is, we used to say if, say some condition, open close braces like this. Now, what is the only difference here? In case of if, when I come to line number 1, I check the condition, I execute line number 2, I execute line number 3. When I reach line number 4, do I go back to the if condition again? No, I get out of it. Whereas coming to the while loop control structure, I may have some statements at line number 16. I may have I may have some statements under this while loop. Obviously, more than one, any number of instruction, any number of lines of instructions can be added. Now, when it comes to line number 16, it will execute. When it comes to line number 17, it comes to while loop. And within while, I'm going to check the condition here. If the provided condition is true, I will go inside, execute 18, 19, 20, and when it reaches to the 21, is it going to line number 22? No. So what it will do is from 21, again, I go back to the while loop and I'm going to check the condition here. And if the condition is still true, then I will go inside and I'll execute. So this looping will be repeated until the provided condition is going to be false. Okay, the set of instructions will be keep on repeated for n number of times until the provided condition is going to be false. If the condition is false, then only it come to the line number 22. If the condition is not going to be false for any number of iterations, what we call it as? If your for loop or the while loop is not at all coming out. Now, if you see, for example, okay, you can understand if I equal to 0, I said I should be greater than equal to 0, I said I plus plus. Is there is any chance it will get out of the for loop? No. First time it will be 0. 0 is it is equal to 1 is greater than 2 is greater than 3 is greater than 1 million is also greater than equal to 0. So that is what we call it as infinite loop. Okay, whenever we are writing your for loop or the while loop, we need to make sure the condition has to be written in such a way that at one place it will get out of the looping. Okay, at one position you need to get out. Okay, it's not like you'll be keep on executing on. At one position you need to get out of that particular looping control structure. Are we clear? Understood, everyone? Okay, so now you may ask me a question, boss, then what is the difference between the for loop and while loop? The reason is, whatever we could able to do with your for loop, the same thing can be done with your while loop also. Let's have a look. I say for where I equal to 1, I should be less than equal to 10, I plus plus. I say console dot log I value. Any questions on this? What actually this guy is doing? He is just displaying the data between 1 to 10 here. If the same guy has to be done in your while loop, you know what I'll do? I will say where I is equal to 1. Okay, I will say a while loop. I should be less than equal to 10. And I say console dot log I say I plus plus. This is the difference between a for loop. This is how we are going to do. This is how you're going to write with the while. In case of while, it only bothers about the condition. I'm never bothered about the initialization. I'm never bothered about the incrementation or the decrementation. Are we clear? Okay, it is only bothering about the condition check here. So any job which is being done by the for loop can also be done with your while loop also. Okay, it is not like only for loop can do this, only while loop can do this. No, any job what while is doing can also be done with your for loop. Anything which is done by the for loop can also be done with the while loop. Then the very next question what you will be having is why it is 2. If both are capable of doing the same things, why the reason we have while and for here? They would have given only 1. But there are some specific cases where for is suitable. I'm not saying that it cannot do, but for is suitable, while also can do. But there for is exactly suitable for you. In the same way, while is only suitable for some such of thing. The same thing can be done by, which is done by the for loop, can also be done with the while. But it is only suitable for such type of things. So what are the such type of things? Anytime you are going to repeat the set of instructions based on some condition, you are never bothered about the total number of iterations, then we go with the while loop. Okay? When you go with the while loop, whenever you're going to repeat the set of instructions only based on a condition, but you are never bothered of how many times it has happened, what state it has happened, how many steps it has taken. If you are not at all bothered, you simply go with the while loop. But if you are bothered of how many steps it is been taking, at what step, at some step I need to do something, in that case you need to go with the for loop. Let us take a practical example, real-time example. Assume I'm going to give some plate of food to you. Assume I'm not going to give it. Assume like I'm going to give a plate of food to you. And I have kept one spoon inside it. Now I have asked you guys, say for example, he is the one. I asked him that, okay, I gave him a plate of food and I asked him that, please have it. Now, when he is having the food, is it not a repetitive job? Same job, right? Take the spoon, put into the food, lift the food, put into your mouth, chew it, done. Now again, I need to put the same thing. Take the spoon, put into your food, lift it, put into your mouth, chew it. I mean, I'm going to do the same job until what? Until I'm going to finish the plate of food. Until he see that, okay, is my plate of food is empty. So let us do this, guy. For example, I write it programmatically. I say something called as where plate of food. Assume the plate of food equal to something you have. You have some food here. Now I'm going to repeat the condition. Okay, what is the condition? I need to do some job until my plate of food not equal to empty. Right? Now, what is the step I need to do? I have to say, take a spoon, lift the food. Okay, put in mouth, chew it. Done. So what I'm doing here, when I'm coming to line number 36, the first thing what I have is when assume like he's coming into the room. What I have given? I have given him a plate of food. Now, what is the first thing he's checking? Is the plate of food is empty? Not empty. It is already having some food. Now, what I need to do? I need to take a spoon, lift it, whatever it is. Now, once I'm chewing it, I am reaching it to line number 43. Once I reach to line number 43, do I need to get out or I need to again go back to the condition? Now, again, I will go back to the condition here. Now I will say, is my plate of food is empty, boss? No, it is not empty. Now again, I need to do this. Are we bothered of any start index, when to start, where to stop, how many iterations is taken? No. He is simply job is to take the food until the food is going to be empty. So he is repeating the set of instructions based on only one simple condition, whether the food is empty or not. That's it. So in these type of cases, we will be going with the while loop control structure. Are we clear? Now, the same example, again, I'm going to take it. I gave him a plate of food. I asked him to make sure you need to empty the food. You need to take each and every spoon here. But the only question is, finally, you need to tell me how many spoons you have taken. At the same time, you need to do some more jobs. Whenever you are done with first 5 spoons, you need to take some water. Okay, a glass of water you need to consume. And after taking some 10 spoons of food, you need to stand and you need to take some walk and come back again have the food here. Okay, my conditions are, you need to do, after taking 5 spoons of food, you need to do some task. After taking 10 spoons of food, you need to take some task. So here, do I need to have some counting over here? I need to know how many steps it is taking. Yes or no? So in this particular case, you need to go with the for loop. Let us see here how I'm going to solve with the for loop. In the for loop, I say plate of food. Okay, plate of food, I have something. Now I will put a for loop where spoon count equal to 1, or first of all, it is 1. I say the condition, again, even for the for loop, the condition is going to be same. I need to repeat the steps until my plate of food is empty. I say spoon count plus. Okay. Now what I'm doing, I'm taking a spoon, lift the food. The job, what I'm going to do is same. Okay. Now, once I'm chewing it, now what I'm doing, if the spoon count is equal to 5, I say have some water. Okay, if at all the spoon count is equal to 10, I say take a small walk. Done, boss. Now, after doing this, if I simply tell you, I say spoon count. If I show the value of the spoon count, which will tell me that how many spoons he has taken. Yes or no? So this is how both the tasks are same, boss. He is doing the job of having the food only. But the way what I needed, my requirement will change whether you need to go with the while loop or for loop. Both the while loop and for loop are used to repeat the set of instructions for more than once. But whenever you're doing a piece of task, and if you want to track the number of iterations, and based on the iterations you want to do something else here, then it is recommended to go with the for loop contour structure. When you are repeating the set of instruction blindly based on only the condition, you're never bothered of number of iterations or iteration step or tracking, you simply go with the while loop contour structure. So this is the best example which can tell you clearly whether you need to go with the while or for loop, or what case you need to go with the while, and what is the difference between the while and for loop. Could I able to make you understand? Everyone so clear with this? I know that food example will make you more understandable. That is the reason I have taken this. Okay, online students, are we good on this? Okay, Archita, sir, for loop 3 condition. The first thing, Archita, we are not using 3 conditions in your for loop. Even in your for loop, we have 3 statements. Under that, one is condition. Okay, and in while loop, only one condition. Yeah, as I said you, either in for or while. How many conditions? One single condition. Only thing is, in case of your for, you have the initialization and incrementation, decrementation also. Okay. What is this type of example in future? Want this type of Hamalata? Want this type of, okay, food examples, right? I'll give it. Okay. Any more questions, guys? Online students? Are we good on this? Okay. So this is just theoretically, guys, I have given. Let me show you the real-time example where while loop is exactly suitable. Okay. Sir, one more example with output. Yeah, I'll go with the Tejaswini. First of all, I'm showing you that this is the piece of code which is theoretically I have written. This is not, if I take this guy and execute, it's not going to work. I will show you real-time examples. Can we use statements inside while loop? So, Balke, not just if statements. Once I say under while some set of instructions, it could be anything. Okay, even in case of your if, even in case of your while, even in case of your for loop. When I say that is block of set of instruction, the instructions could be another for loop, another while loop, another if condition, another if else. Any piece of code which is related to JavaScript can be added inside any of the block. It could be while, it could be for, it could be for in anything, whatever I'm saying. There is never a restriction that in one particular piece of block, I can add only these type of instruction. No. Okay, so there is no limitation that it could be, it should not be else, it could be anything. Okay, so let us take an example, guys. My simple requirement is I have where n is equal to say some 235. Okay, this is a logical program explanation, guys. Try to put some extra attention. My requirement is I want to find out where, or I want to find out the sum of individual numbers. Come on. Yeah, I want to find out the sum of individual numbers. Right now, user is giving 235. He may give something like this. He may give something called as like this, or he may give any bigger number. Doesn't matter whatever the number he is giving, I would like to find out the sum of individual digits inside it. Okay, that is what my simple requirement. So I will take an example of the very simple one, which is 482. Okay, you tell me the logic, guys. Theoretically, I'm asking, forget about programmatically. If I ask you what is the sum of these three digits, or sum of the individual digits of this, 14 is the answer here. Now, how you have done, boss? Aren't you not picking up individual digits out of this 482? Yes, it is. Now, programmatically, how do you find it out? Modulus. Okay. Why it is? Let's have a look on this, guys. If I take any number, I say n is equal to something called as any bigger number you have. If you want the last digit of that number, okay, any number you take it out, if you want the last digit of it, divide it with 10. I say 237. Sorry, 27 I have given. Now I say n modulus 10. What is the remainder? Everyone. Okay, let me show you. So if you remember that day I said you, right? So this is how you say divisions, So you say, for example, 27 modulus 10, I will say. Then here it will be 2, right? Sorry. It will be 10 and here it will be 27. So what I'm going to do, 10 twos, which is going to be 20. Okay, this is going to be 7. Are we clear? Okay, so whenever I take 27 by 10, I'm going to get the result as why it's not going. Has to be deleted. Yeah. Okay, what is the result here? 7. So what is the last digit of 27? 7 it is. Okay, now I say something called as 459 modulus 10. Can you tell me what is the remainder? Again, the same thing. Now I say like this, this is going to be 10. This is going to be 459. Okay, and now what I say? 1045, which is going to be 450. Okay, the result is going to be 9. Isn't it? Nice writing, right? Yeah. So this is what, I mean, any number you take it out, if I divide with 10, I'm going to get the remainder as the last value of the particular digit. Are you clear with this logic? Now, in the same way, if I say something called as 100 modulus 10, remainder will be 0. Is it not the last digit of that number? Yes, boss. Okay. So this is what we can find out. I mean, this is the simple logic what I'm using. From the complete given number, if I want to get the last digit, I divide it with 10. Super fine. I follow this logic. Now I say n modulus 10. Say, for example, it is 247. Now I say n modulus 10. What do you mean by that? 247 modulus 10. What is the remainder? 7. Anyone, any questions up to this? So this is a very good logical program, guys. I'm finding the sum of individual digits. We are going step by step. Anywhere you have a question, pause me here. Okay, we are good. How we are finding the 7 here? Super fine. Now, I could able to find out 7 from this, but the next thing is I need to find out individual 4. Yes or no? I need to find out the next value as 4. But 24 by 24 modulus 10 is 4. Now, how do I make my 247 as 24? Divided by 10. Now, you know what I'm doing here is, okay, for example, if I'm saying something called 2, what is the value I've taken here? 247. 247 modulus 10. Okay. Now, what I do is, I say this. I say this is 10. This is 247, which is going to be 220, 10/24, which is 240, and the remainder is going to be 7. Right? Now, if I have to get this value, what I need to do? Modulus operator. 247 modulus 10, which is going to give me the remainder. If I need to get the coefficient, slash operator, right? When I say 247 by 10, which is going to be 7. And when I say 247 divided by 10, which is going to be 24 point some value, we are going to get it out. If I do the percent of this, am I going to get the 24 here, boss? Understood, everyone? Any questions on this logic? No, that is what I'm going to do, boss. I said like n modulus 10, which is 247 modulus 7, which is 7. I'm keeping the 7 aside and I say n is equal to n by 10, which is going to be 24 point some value. After doing percent, it will become 24. This is the step number 1. Okay, my requirement is I need to find out the individual digits. So I am dividing that guy to find out the individual digits here. One step is done. Next, I need to do the same. I say n modulus 10. What is my n value now? What is my n value? after doing n equal to n by 10 parsing, now it has become 24. Yes, it is. Now it is 24 modulus 10. What is the value? Everyone, reminder, I'm going to get it as 4. Super fine. Now again, I need to make 24 as 2. Now I say n is equal to n by 10, which is 24 by 10, which is 2 point something, which is going to be 2 here. Any questions? Now again, n modulus 10. What is the n value now? 2. 2 modulus 10, which is 2. Okay. Next, n is equal to n by 10, which is 2 by 10, which is 0 point some value. After parsing, it is 0. Now, do I need to go further or I need to stop it? Because I got 0. Now, what I'm going to do, wherever you got the reminder, 7 plus 4 plus 2, which is your sum of individual digits. Now, I am running 3 iterations I have iterated here. Based on what? Based on simple condition, whether n is equal to 0 or not. Are we bothered of how many iterations happened, how many steps it has went, what is the I count value? Are you really bothered of here? No. You tell me whether I need to repeat this set of instructions using the for loop or the while loop. While loop. You know, like how I'm going to write this while loop here? See, theoretically, we have written this. Programmatically, you need to do, I need to say where n is equal to, say something called as 247. Okay, I need to run a while loop. I need to repeat the set of instructions for more than once. Up to when? Up to my n is greater than 0. Okay, what is my first step? I need to say where reminder is equal to n modulus 10. Isn't it? Later, I need to say n is equal to n by 10. And I need to say n is equal to parse int of n. Done. This is the set of instruction which will give you the complete reminder. But my intention is not to just show the reminder. I need to find the sum. Let's have a look on this. Finding sum of numbers.html. I say where n is equal to say some 235. Okay. Now I'm putting a condition while n is greater than 0. N is all right now 235 greater than 0. Now I say where reminder equal to n, come on, modulus 10. Now I say n is equal to n by 10. And I say n is equal to parse int of n. That's it. Let us save this guy, inspect this guy, open in the default browser, inspect, go to the sources tab. Let us debug and see what is going to happen. Everybody's clear with the debuggings, right? Okay. Now when I'm reloading this guy, you see here, I go with the next step. What is my n value? Let me remove this. I say I want to identify n value. I want to see what is reminder value also. Okay. You see, first of all, is my n is greater than 0, boss? N value is 235. 235 greater than 0, boss? Yes, I'm going inside. See, I'm going inside. Now, what is my reminder value? You see, what is my reminder? 235 divided by 10. Reminder is 5. See here, my reminder has become 5 here. Are we clear up to this? Yes. Now, when I go with the n value, what is my n value now? 235 divided by 10, which is 23.5. Now, after doing the parcent, does it becomes 23? Yes, it is. See here, n is becoming 23. Now, again, I'm going with the while loop. We know that once I reach to this, I can again go back to the condition checking. Is my condition is still satisfying, boss? 23 greater than 0, boss? Yes, I need to go inside. I'm going inside. Reminder value is 3. Okay, now n value is, see, 2.3. But I need to convert into numbers. Okay, 2, it is 2 here. See, now again, 2 modulus 10, which is going to be 2. Again, 2 by 10, which is 0.2. Percent of 0.2 is 0. Okay, now again, I'm going back with the condition. Is 0 greater than 0, boss? No. Now the condition is unsatisfied. Then I will get out of the looping control structure. Are we clear, guys? So these are the cases we go with the while loop control structures. Earlier cases yesterday, earlier what we have done, find out the sum of all the values between 1 to 100. Implies I need to go stepwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I need to go. That is where you go with the for loop. But here I'm not interested, or here not needed of going with each and every step. We are only bothered of repeating the set of instructions based on one condition. That's it. Okay, let me take another real-time example, guys. Say, for example, I have asked my office boy saying that, boss, these are the students. Say, for example, some 50 people are sitting over here. Now I asked him, take this, you come into the class, pick up one of the student, go into the other class, make him sit there. Again, come back. Don't just simply say that all people go there. It's not the case. What I'm saying is, you take each and every student and make him to sit into the other class. Now, what is his job? Repetitive job is, he will enter into the class, identify one of the student, go there, make him sit there. Again, enter into the class, pick up a student, go there, make him into sit there. You tell me, do I need to go with while loop or for loop? Come on. Everyone. For loop, right? While loop. While loop. Obviously while loop, man. Why for loop? Who all said for loop? Why the reason for loop? I have a simple condition here, right? What is my condition? I say my office boy comes here. Okay. Where class full of students. Assume this is going to be some value. Some value. Okay. What I need to do now? While up to what he's going to repeat the set of jobs? Up to my class is going to be empty. Now what I'll say, while class is not empty. Okay, what I need to do? Pick a student. Okay, take him to next class. Make him sit there. Come back. Right? So what I'm doing here? While loop, I'm checking, is the class is not empty? No. I'm going to pick a student, I'm taking him into the next class, I'm making him sit there, and I'm again coming back. Now once I come back, I will check here, is the class is empty? Not empty. Again, I pick another student, I take him, I sit out there. So for loop is suitable or while loop is suitable here? While loop, because I'm strictly only depending on the condition. I'm not bothered about the count. Now, I will ask him a case. What is the case here? Boss, when you reach 5 students, assume you're picking 1, 2, 3, 4. When the count is equal to 5, 5 students are there, make sure you sit the next student in the next row. Implies per row, I need to have only 5 students. In the same way, at the last, you have to tell me how many students they have. You have or you have asked them to copy, or you have taken them to the next class. Now, in this case, while loop is suitable or for loop is suitable? So here I need to know how many steps I have done. Based on that, I need to check a condition. Now, I'll simply say for loop where total students equal to 0 initially. A total student count is equal to 0. I say, what is my condition? Condition is again going to be same. I need to do the job until my class is empty and total students plus. Okay, I'm going to do the same job. Okay, now what I need to do? I need to put a condition. If the total students count divided by 5 equal to 0. Whenever I'm dividing that number with 5, if I'm getting 0, implies that is divisible of 5. Like 5 modulus 5 is 0, 10 modulus 5 is 0, 15 modulus 5 is 0, 20 modulus 5 is 0. So if that case, I need to do something called as change row. Now finally, I will tell him that what is the total number of students? This is the total number of students, boss. So same job, boss, but based on my requirement. If I'm interested in the number of steps or iterations, you need to go with the for loop. Otherwise, you will go with the while loop if you have only condition, nothing else. Are we clear? Okay. Now, coming back to the statement, this example again, we could able to find out the remainder of each and every value. But my interest is I need to find the sum of individual values, right? Okay. Initially, you see here, I'm coming over here. Initially, my value is N235. Remainder is what? Remainder is going to be 5. Super fine. Now, when I'm going to the second iteration, what is my remainder? 3. Where is 5? Gone. You're taking the same variable and you're replacing the same. Now, what? Now, my interest is I need to find the sum of all the values, right? So, before changing the value, I need to take this and I need to find the sum of that guy. So, what I'm going to do, I simply say where sum equal to 0 and I say sum plus is equal to remainder. So, after you find out this remainder, you need to take that and put into the sum. Now, finally, at last, if I say console.log sum, come back here, reload the page. I am removing this debugger. When I say play button, you see the sum is going to be 10. What it is? 2 plus 3 plus 5, sum is going to be 10. And the advantage is not just 235. You give any bigger number. Save this guy, reload. The sum is going to be 81. So we have written the logic of finding any number you give it out. I could able to find the sum of individual digits of it. Okay. What if I ask you to find out the lucky number? And another thing, instead of this, can I read the value from the user? Yes, right? I say prompt enter a number. Now I say n is equal to % of n. Save this guy, reload the page. It is asking me the number. I say 45. Result should be 9. See, when I say 7 to 8, result should be 17. I say 999. 36. Is my application is capable of giving any bigger number, any smaller number? I could able to find out the sum of individual digits of the given number. As simple as it is. Okay. Now, any questions on this example? Anyone before going with the next example? These are in 7 a.m. Is it so? No, it is in 8:30, right? Finding sum of numbers is in 8:30. Then why it is showing batch 7 a.m. December so and so? Okay, anyway, we'll see that. Next. Now, if I ask you, you see here, anytime you're solving any program, right? This is how you need to solve it on the paper. On the paper, you need to find out, okay, what actually it is happening. Later, you need to change it to the actual programming, guys. So it is always suggested for everyone. Anytime you're solving any of the example, always try to do it on the paper. Now you try to implement it programmatically until you become expertise into the logical. So a lot of people say that, boss, I'm not understanding the logic. I'm not good at the logic. This is the missing part. Obviously, for everyone, whoever is a fresher, it's like the first time you can't directly write if I ask you directly write this looping, you might be a question to you. So try to put it on the paper, then you will understand the things better. Okay. And anytime you're solving any of the program, try to do it a debugging process. Once you go into the debugging, add the breakpoints. Once you say next and all, that is where you will get to know that, okay, how it is going step by step approach. Are we clear? Can we go forward other than this while loop? Okay, Anil, find the sum of numbers from 1 to 50. Simple, right? Finding the sum. In fact, we have done that, Anil. For loop I equal to 0 less than 50 I plus plus. Next, Archita, can we / place of slash? No, Archita, / is a comment where / is a mathematical operator. Remainder equal to n modulus 10. Are we allocating or comparing? You tell me, Hamlata. When you say double equal to, that is comparison, right? When I say single equal to, it is assignment, right? We are assigning the value. Tejaswini, lucky number. You're asking my lucky number, Tejaswini? Okay, I got it. I mean, you want the program for finding the lucky number, right? I'm going to tell you. But in C language, it is different. Yeah, Archita, in C language, it is different. But in case of your JavaScript, that is how it is. Okay. Yes, guys. Now, what is her question is, you want to find out the lucky number of this. Now, again, you need to find out 3 plus 6. How you're going to do? Will you try it out or you want me to do it? I know you're good students. Now you tell me, will you try it out or you want me to do it? You will try, right? Very good students. Okay, you try that, guys. I already shown you how do you find this one level of thing I have done. But one thing one question is, don't use multiple while loops. With single while loop, you should be able to find out the lucky number of any given number. That is the condition. If you use multiple while loops, yes, you can do it out. But if it is single while loop, I want you to solve the lucky number. Try to find it out. Okay, Tejaswini, you try to do that for today. Tomorrow, I'm going to answer this. What is a lucky number? So lucky number is simple, Sloka. It's simple that when I say n is equal to, say some 3, 4, 8. So what are the sum of this guy? 15. The lucky number is 6. Okay, sum of individual digits should be you have to find out, but this individual digit should be between should be between 0 to 9, not 2-digit number. What try, sir? Lucky number you try, sir. But here we need to compare, right? Hamalata, why you want to compare here? Here I'm not interested in comparing, right? We are interested to find out the individual digits of the given number. Why the reason we need to compare here? Just recheck this logic. In this logic, whatever we have written on the paper, do you think have we compared anything? No, right? Shloka, till we get the single digit, we have to find the sum. Exactly, Shloka. Danish. Simple, Danish. What I'm saying is lucky number in the sense, first thing you need to find out the sum of all the values. I will say where n is equal to 3, 4, 5. What is the sum of these values? Danish, what is the sum of these values? Danish, it is 12, right? But what is 1 plus 2? Yes, it is 12. But now, is it greater than 9? Yes, it is. Now I need to say again 1 plus 2. What is the sum now? 3. So the lucky number of 345 should be 3. Now assume n is equal to something called as 989. What is the sum? What is that? 26. Make it as 9. Then what is the sum? 27. Again, it is 9. Okay, let us make it as 4 9s. Then what is the sum? It is 36. What is the sum? Again, 9. Okay, let us make it as 1. Now, what is the sum? 37. What is the sum? 10. What is the sum? 1. So, the lucky number of 99,991 is 1. So, until you find a single digit number, you need to find the sum. Are we clear, Danish? You understood what I mean by lucky number now? Nice. Archita, can we use another techniques? Yes, Archita, you can make use of it. But my only expectation is try to reduce the number of iterations. Okay, you use whatever the technique you want, whatever the algorithm you want, whatever the logic you want, try to reduce the number of iterations. That's it. Okay. What if you feel like I have better iterator which can reduce the number of iterations, you can make use of it. And you need to find out the result. That's it. Next. What is the next logical program? So now can you try the lucky number? You're going to try it out. I've given some more assignment questions, guys. Anything you want me to solve? Palindrome number. Okay. Or else program to find the reverse of a given number. That is also given, right? Did I give that? Okay. If I try this, if I show you how do you find the reverse of a number, palindrome number, you yourself can try it out. Okay. You are going to try it or you want me to solve? Reverse of a given number. Shall I do it? No? You don't need to become too much good. I can try some of the things. What is paradrome? It is palindrome Newton. It is simple. When I say n is equal to 121, can you tell me what is the reverse of that number? Newton? Newton, what is the reverse of that number? The reverse is again 1 to 1. So if the number is equal to the reverse of that number, that is what we call it as palindrome number. In the same way, palindrome string also we have. Literal is one of the example. Reverse of the literal, it's again the literal. So that's what we call it as palindrome string. How to build logics. This is how you build logics, Gopi. That is what we are doing till now, right? That is what I said. Any problem you have, try to solve it on the paper. On paper, how do you do? Now this example, this for while loop I have written, is it not based on this guy itself? So try to solve it on the paper. Any program you have been given, okay, how it is going to be solved on the paper. I have the sequence of steps. Convert the same sequence of steps into instructions. Obviously, this is not a one-day job, but yes, keep doing the practice, you will get expertise. What is Armstrong number? So Tejaswini, Armstrong number is individual sum of the power. Say for example, 153. Okay. How many numbers are there? Why don't I write it over here? Armstrong. Yeah. So what is, I say n is equal to 153. How many digits are there? 3 digits are there. Okay. Now you take individual digits. I say 1 power 3 plus 5 power 3 plus 3 power 3. What is the result? This is what we call it as Armstrong number. Am I clear? Now if I say n is equal to 34. Now Armstrong number is 3 power 2 plus 4 power 2. Result is 8 plus 6, which is 14. Sorry. 9 plus 8, right? 9 plus 8. 17, man. 4, 16. Sorry, I'm doing 4 twos. Okay, 16 plus 9, which is 25. So is it Armstrong number? No. 34 is not equal to 25. So obviously no. So this is what your Armstrong number. If I say n is equal to 2, 3, 4, 7, then it should be 2 power 4 plus 3 power 4 plus 4 power 4 plus 7 power 4. So total digit, how many it is? You need to find the power of it. Will you try Armstrong number? Okay. You want me to find the reverse of a number? So no task for me today. I can leave. Okay. So what are the other examples, guys? Are you going to try each and every other thing? I think the other thing is reverse of a number, palindrome number, Armstrong number, finding the total digits of a given number. Okay. So try to solve all of those. Again, guys, when I'm asking you to try to solve, I'm asking to try it. It doesn't mean that 100% you need to finish. If it is not coming, at least come to me and show me that, boss, up to this, what I have done, help me out. I'm going to answer it tomorrow. If it is coming, that's a good part. Okay, try for that. Don't just sit idle and say that anyway, that guy is there, he will do. He's sitting idle, tomorrow he will do it out. Should not be the case. Okay, try from your side also. Okay. Anil, reverse of a number. Yeah, that's what, Anil. I mean, maybe like, let's, as everyone is saying, they want to take time for today. They will try it out. If it is not coming, tomorrow I'm going to explain each and every. And one main thing I'm asking is, don't Google it and copy and paste this, guys. I mean, Google it out. That is not a problem. Understand the program. If you could able to do by your own, that's a super part. But it should not be like copy and paste it. It's all the assignment. That is not our expectation. Okay. Shall I keep this? I'll copy inside our running notes.
పరీక్షల సమయం కావడంతో రీల్స్ వద్దంటూ తండ్రి కృష్ణ.
This also wanted. This is again demo of while loop. Okay, so what is our sir? But it is showing in 7 a.m. batch. Yeah, it is showing, but actually it is getting stored in 8:30 only. Oh, what about others? Finding sum of numbers. I have done only one example, right? Yeah, fine then. Please respond on Telegram. What should I say? Hi. Danish, I mean, maybe I have missed your message. You please ping me once again. I will reply back to you. Sorry. Fibonacci series. Yes, do it out. Okay, actually, in order to do the Fibonacci series, right? It is better if we could able to finish the functions, then recursive function will be using recursive. We have to solve that Fibonacci series. Okay, once I do that, then let me know. I will solve it for you. Okay. Any more questions? Can I go forward? Explain the while loop with if condition. While loop with if condition. While loop with if condition. Yeah, we can do that, right? I mean, why we are having a question with if you are clear with while, if you are clear with if, can't we merge these two? Okay, let us say, for example, I say where n is equal to say some, not n equal to, I say where I is equal to say some 3 or I equal to say some 0. I say while I is greater than equal less than equal to 10. Okay, I say console dot log I value, and I say if at all I is equal to 5, I say something called as break. So this is one of the while loop with your break statement, sorry, with your if condition. Hamlata. Okay, so what is this example is doing? You tell me, do you have any problem with this while? Come on. Do you have any problem with your while? That is what I said you. Anytime a program has been given, you have to iterate it. Okay, come to while loop. Is 0 less than equal to 10? Yes or no? Yes. Coming to line number 4, I'm displaying the value. Is 0 equal to 5? No. I'm coming over here. From number 8, do I need to shift back to line number 3? Yes. Again, what is the value of I? 0 again. So this is a infinite loop. Every time it will be 0 less than 10, 0 less than 10. So this here you need to say I plus plus. Now, first time it will be 0, second time it will be 2, third time it will be 4, fifth time when it is equal to 5, 5 is equal to 5, break statement. We already know that break statement using which we can break any looping control structure. Earlier we have seen how to break a for loop. While loop also can be broken. Okay, we can go with while, for in, for each, for of. Any looping control structure can be break in between before the condition is unsatisfied using the break state. Okay, hope I'm clear with the question, Hamalata. So what is our next looping control structure? Do while. Okay, it is very simple. So it's again almost like the while. So how the syntax of the while is, for example, I have some statements. Now when I say while, we say some condition. Can I give multiple conditions in case of your while? Who said no? I never said that, right? We can give it. Anytime we are giving conditions, one or many can be given. Okay, either in case of your for loop or the while loop. You say condition, I say and condition 2, like this. Any number of conditions have been given. Okay. And the same way, if you say that at least one condition, then you go with the or symbol. The same way, whatever we have done in your for loop, right? For when in between whatever the condition you are given, you can give one or any number of conditions. But if you're giving multiple condition, for sure you need to specify either it is and or. Everybody knows and means both has to be satisfied, or means any one satisfied enough. Okay, so now I say while loop is something like this. Like this. Now, whereas in case of your do while, you see the syntax, this is how it is. We are not going to put the while condition here. First of all, we'll say do, then we will say while. This is what your do while is, guys. Okay. In case of your while, first of all, I'm coming over here, I'm checking the condition. If the condition is true, I will inside go. I will, when I come over here, I will check the condition again. What if my condition is failed in the first time itself? Okay. What if my condition is getting failed in the first iteration itself? Obviously, first thing I'll check the condition. For example, I say A is equal to say some 90. And if I say while A is less than 10, I'm going to do this. Now you tell me how many times this while loop getting executed? Everyone, one time. Zero number of times. Now if you see here 90 is less than 10. No. Am I going inside? No. Obviously, how many times the while got executed? Zero number of times. Okay. Next, whereas coming to the do while, in case of your do while, what actually we do is the very first thing is execute the instructions. Later you check the conditions. Now I say n is equal to say some 90. Now I say n less than 10. Now you see here, how many times the while is getting executed now? One time. So this is what the simple difference between the do while and while loop. In case of while, things will not get executed until the condition is satisfied, not even once. Whereas in case of your do while, first of all, we are executing the instructions, then we are checking the condition here. Okay, implies at least once I got executed. If the condition is not satisfied, but at least once I got executed. If it is true, for example, condition is satisfying, again I will get back to the do, I will execute as it is like your while loop control structure. Okay, real-time example. Where do we go with that? Let us take an example. Assume I'm asking you guys to play a game. Okay, assume I'm asking you guys to play a game. Now, when you are playing, after playing, I'm taking out the score. I'm saying that, okay, boss, give me the score. If your score is becoming greater than 100, if you got more than 100 score, what I'm giving is, I'm giving an option to play the game once again. Okay, you are playing the game. If you get the score of more than 100, I'm asking you to play the game once again. Again, you will finish the game. What is the score? If it is 90, get out of it. If it is more than 100, again you play the game. So here we are providing an option for the user to keep playing the game until you get an option of having the score less than 100. So how do we do this? Let's have a look on this. I say where score count equal to 0. Obviously, initially the score count will be 0. Now what I'm doing is while the score count greater than or equal to 100, play the game console.log, play the game. Okay, I say score count equal to prompt, enter score you got. Okay, I say score count greater than equal to, score count equal to parse int of score count. Any questions on this? Assume I'm coming to play this game. You tell me how many times you are giving an opportunity to play the game. Everyone, look the code perfectly. 0 times, boss. Why so? You see here, I'm coming. When I come to you, my score count is 0. Now, if you are checking the condition starting itself, my score count is greater than equal to 100. Obviously, it will not be in the first case. Now, I'm getting out of it. You are not even giving a single opportunity to play the game out here. Okay. The same thing, what I can do is, let me comment out. Now, I take out this while loop. I say so and so, and I say do. Now, what I'm doing here, do. Execute this set of instructions. When I'm reaching to the ending, check the while condition. Now, first time I'm coming, my score is 0. I'm playing the game. You are asking me, okay, enter what is the score you want. If it is 100, I will come over here. Is the score is greater than equal to 100? Yes, I will go back again, play the game. Now, if you save this guy, open this guy, open in the default browser. You see, enter the score you got. I say something called as 300. Enter. Again, it is playing. Okay, or else instead of console, I say alert. Play the game. Reload the game. First of all, it is asking me play the game. I have played the game. Now it is asking me the score. I say something called as 90. Getting out of it. Now, once I reload the page, play the game. I am playing. What is the score you got? I say 200. Again, it is asking me to play the game. Again, what is the score you got? I say 101. Again, it is asking me to play the game. Again, enter the score you got. I say some 900. Again, asking me to play the game. But now I got something called as 99. Get out of it. So this is what your do while is. If it is while loop, I can't do these type of things. So these type of things, when you want it, you will be going with the while loop control structure. Do while looping control structure. So everything what a do while is doing, while loop cannot do. Everything what while is doing, do while can't do. Agree or not? If the condition is not satisfied, is there any chance that while can execute at least once? No way. If the condition is not satisfied, can I skip the set of instructions in your do while? No. So do is set of executions has to be done, then you check for the condition. So minimum one execution you need it. That is where you go with the do while loop control structure. Any questions? Everyone so clear? Online students, are we good up to this? It's execution fast and check condition next. Yeah, executes first, then it checks for the condition. Okay, now are we strong with your while loop and do while? I'm asking strong, not asking that whether you have an idea or not. Everyone? Very nice. I want that type of confidence. Okay, so try to solve all the assignments, guys. And in the next class, I'm going to start with your case control structure. What happened to your other looping control structures? There is for each, for off, for in. Those all I have to discuss when it comes to the ECMA 6. Right now, we are only looking into 3 looping control structure, for, while, and do while. So again, I'm repeating, guys, try to solve every other logical program. You are developers. If you have to be strong on development, you need to be strong on logical program solving. Okay, and there is nothing complex. Don't take it bad or don't take it wrong when you couldn't able to solve it. Everyone has come into the same stage. You know, like when I was at initial stage, I don't even know. I mean, I was so confused between the for loop and while loop. I was always having an issue with initialization and all. So what made it perfect? Only the practice. Like keep doing the practice. One or the other day, you'll for sure get it. But obviously, it is not logically. There is nothing like, if there is a logical program, there should not be something like on the day one, I'm so expertise. If day one, everyone is getting expertise, what is the difference between you and others? Why people say that development is complex? Okay, only the people who do the enough practice, who have the enough questions, who are solving the enough assignments or doing the enough practice, that is where you will get expertise into that. You try it only once, I'm not getting it, leave it out. That should not be the case, guys. Keep doing the program, every time. Solve it on the paper, execute on the browser. And when in the browser, put the debugging point. Using the debugging point, you will understand that, okay, how the flow is happening. Okay, so let's pause it for today. We'll meet again back on tomorrow. Have a good day. Bye for today.